Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the English Flash News Edition here at 6 p.m. As usual, I'm Daniel Cook, your host here on Aura News, where we are keeping you up to speed with the latest happenings here in Albania and the surrounding Balkan region. In today's news, the prosecution of Tirana has started an investigation into 3 former officials of the insurance company Insig. Sources from the prosecution have stated that the company Insig has caused a damage of €5 million to the state budget. The investigations began after this case was mentioned by the Ministry of Finance. The Ministry of Finance suspected that 3 former directors of the insurance company Insig have abused their office and have even gone so far as to forge documents. These 3 former officials of Insig are currently being investigated for their work during the period of 2009 to 2013. The prosecution suspects that they have managed to embezzle considerable amounts of money. Sources say that the €5 million in question was supposed to be deposited in the state budget, but apparently it changed destination somewhere along the line. The money was used for marketing and office repairs without the approval of the Supervisory Council. The Ministry of Finance suspects that the receipts are not even real, and it is unclear as of now where the money really went. During this investigation, the prosecution also plans to examine the rest of the Insig Board of Directors. Our nation's Prime Minister Edi Rama is always happy when he talks about his passion for painting. Now, as the Prime Minister, he says that he has a vision for his country. How many times have we heard politicians saying that we must focus on the big picture, he said. Today, as the leader of my country, I have a vision to build a more modern and more prosperous country, a country that will serve the people and not the leaders. We are demolishing illegal structures, and we are trying to make a culture a big part of our government. With our leadership and actions, I am trying to make my vision a reality, stated the Prime Minister of Albania, Edi Rama. Our Prime Minister delivered a speech in Sweden at the summit entitled Creative Time. In his speech, the Albanian Prime Minister stated that it is difficult for him to focus on a conversation if the words are not accompanied with images. When I was the Prime Minister of Culture, I thought I lost the artist inside me. But when I ran for mayor, I started to bring the colors back to the capital. When we were painting buildings, a high official of the European Union said that we should stop the work since we were not complying with the standards of the European Union. I told him that we will choose our own colors, since this is what we want, added the head of our government. He stated that people really do have the power to improve things through politics. He expressed the belief that politics can bring peace and conflicts can be avoided. Extreme poverty, unemployment, and troubled times have led some people to contemplate suicide. These troubled individuals met with the leader of the opposition, Lulzim Basha, today in the town of Elbasan. The citizens poured out their concerns to Lulzim Basha. One despairing woman said, "I am sick and I have 2 sons who are unemployed. I can no longer take it. I will commit suicide." A small child spoke as well. "I am in 1st grade. We are learning by candlelight. The police came to our house and scared us." Another citizen had this to say, "Only criminals act in this manner. Anver Hoxha was a criminal, but even he would provide you with shelter. They fail to apprehend the criminals, and they come to terrorize us," protested another person from Elbasan. "It is better if they kill us now. We cannot pay for medicine. Is this how we are going to live?" asked another woman. "I voted for the Socialist Party because I thought they would do miracles, but instead I cannot feed my own children." After listening to the problems of the people of Elbasan, the head of the Democratic Party, Lulzim Basha, blamed the current government for all of these things. He made the statement that they are implementing a dictatorial system. It appears that there are political battles being waged even inside the Socialist Party and the government. The Socialist Party parliament leader criticized the ministers of the government, and after this, the question arises, is there peace between the Socialist Party and the government. Even before this incident, there were sources saying that there are conflicts raging on both sides. In both the Law Commission and the Economic Commission, the deputies of the majority have begun to criticize the ministers, as if the Socialist Party is creating a small opposition within itself. According to the Prime Minister, having debates with each other is in the DNA of the Socialist Party. But people are asking whether this is a game or the real truth. Many people are of the belief that the government should be called to answer for its recent decisions. There is no doubt that an increase in electricity will increase the cost of living for the Albanians. The poverty level of Albanians is a growing concern for many. The head of the Union Confederate has spoken up about this issue, saying that such steps must not be taken, at least not for the next 3 years. The Union Confederation has studied the electricity market and has reached the conclusion that Albanian families cannot afford a price increase. The Confederation has said that they will not join in the protests and that they support the operation of the government to punish all those who are stealing electricity. However, they appealed to the government to remember the poverty of the people and to take their propositions into consideration. The Minister of Urban Development has expressed her commitment to continue the fight against electricity thieves. The Ministry of Urban Development and Tourism closely observed the operation that took place against the thieves who were stealing electricity next to the Faculty of Law. Afterwards, she gave her promise once again that the government will not stop fighting against electricity theft until all perpetrators are punished. She said, "We are all working together to put an end to this situation. Theft is not something we tolerate, and all citizens and businesses must pay their electric bills. From the payment of these bills, we will add €150 million to the state budget, which will then be used to help people in need," said the Minister of Urban Development and Tourism. According to her, Albania must put an end to theft if it wants to have any hope of joining the European Union. Hundreds of inhabitants of Kukës have been without power for days now after their power lines were shut off for lack of payment. These inhabitants have not paid their electricity bills, and now they are without one of the basic needs of modern life. The people of Kukës say that they cannot afford to pay their bills, saying that they already live only through financial assistance. In just a single week, the electricity distributor has cut off the power for more than 320 people in Kukës. In more positive news, elementary school kids can now learn from the comfort of their own homes, thanks to the new program called School Me. The creators of this program have stated that it will facilitate new ways of education. It requires only a computer, internet access, and the School Me program, and then a student can study and learn right from his own home. Of course, the cooperation and attention of parents is also needed, because the kids will still need supervision. The 17th edition of Tirana's annual book fair was a big success this year, bringing many people together to look at the many books that were offered. During this year's fair, the well-known Albanian writer Ismail Kadare was awarded with the Jeronim Dirada Prize. Some of the people attending the book fair expressed that Mr. Kadare continues to be their favorite author. Of course, the Albanian writer expressed his deepest gratitude for being the recipient of this prestigious award. That's all the news for this evening. We hope you'll join us again on Monday for more Albanian news in English, right here on OR News. Thanks and good night.